Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't come across me before, my name's Anuja. I am a Sri Lankan YouTuber. So welcome to my channel. Today's video is quite an important one for me because this is a problem that I have suffered all my life, and I know a lot of the Sri Lankan, Indian, or people with brown skin suffer from this as well, and those are dark under eye circles and hyperpigmentation around the mouth. Now, when I started doing makeup, I didn't know about concealer. I would just put on the foundation and just go with it. When I found concealer, I was like, this is the answer to my hyperpigmentation or dark under eye circles. And it was for a while, but anyone who just uses concealer, you would know that with your patches of hyperpigmentation, as you put concealer on and then put the foundation on, or vice versa, you do get that sort of like ashy color, and you're just never 100% satisfied with it. Now comes the actual answer to the problems of hyperpigmentation or dark under eye circles, and it is color correcting. I have to say, I was a bit doubtful with color correcting. It just didn't make sense to me. I couldn't understand how it can neutralize your skin color, but honestly, I have tried it and it works. And I'm going to go through some tips, tricks, and go through a palette that I have been loving. So basically, color correcting is neutralizing all of the color on your face into one. And I know it doesn't make sense because you're putting on different colors, but if you look at the color wheel, the basic theory is that the colors of the opposite sides of the circle neutralize one another. So say for example, a blue or green hue would be cancelled out by a red or orange hue. The same theory is essentially applied to your face. To demonstrate this, I'm actually gonna show you the palette that I have been loving, and it is the Stila color correcting palette. And if I open it, it looks like that. Really good mirror, by the way, to use, and this amazing like tiny divider, which is glass, I think, or plastic. Essentially what the girls when I bought this told me was, obviously it separates the cream colors from the powder, but it also gives you a space if you want to mix colors. So it's amazing, like they've thought of everything. For someone that doesn't know much about color correcting, this palette is actually really user friendly, and it comes with a really handy little information, and it essentially tells you what to do, so you don't have to think too much. I just want to go through a bit of what every color does so that you guys are informed. The first one that I want to talk about is this beautiful orange cream color, and this is the one that I use the most, and this one neutralizes blue purple under eye circles on darker skin like ours. So this is the one that I use under my eyes and also around the mouth. The second one that I want to talk about is this one, which is peach cream, and it neutralizes blue purple under eye circles on fair to medium skin. Essentially, I'm sort of in the middle, so I try and use both of these together, as I'll show in the tutorial. The next one is this green cream, which is something that you can use for redness, rosacea, and acne. The next two up here, so there's a pink cream here and a yellow cream. So the yellow neutralizes purple, brown, hyperpigmentation, and dark spots. I have to say, I found that the peach cream does that for me, but if you have fair skin, I guess this would work for you. And the pink cream brightens and highlights eye area to mark fatigue. So those are all the creams, and these are the powders. So the yellow powder I actually use to set all the creams when I put them on. And this one is purple powder, which is something you can put on if you have dull areas, dry areas. I only use essentially 4 things in this palette. The other ones I haven't explored yet, but I will. So I have been loving the orange cream, peach cream, green cream, and the yellow powder, and I will definitely go through how I use it. It's going to be like a really brief tutorial, but it just tells you how I use it and how much of a difference it actually makes. A few more things that I want to tell you about this palette is obviously all the colors are in one palette and it's so small and it's so traveler friendly. Obviously this handy dandy notebook or information booklet I have loved, but they have very smartly put all of those at the back of the palette as well, because obviously I'm gonna lose this. Another thing that I want to say about color correcting is you should always use it with a concealer. It's sort of complementary rather than replacing the concealer, and it's really important to set your cream color correctors, because otherwise what happens is you sort of get it mixed with the foundation and you don't get the color correction right, which is why this yellow powder is so important to me. Another thing that I want to say is you don't actually have to buy color correcting products if you don't want to. You can just use the things that you have. For example, you can actually use like a red or an orange lipstick instead of the cream color correctors. Just make sure that you only put on a small amount, because it's going to be really hard to put your foundation over it. Another thing that you can use is a lip pencil. Obviously don't use it on your lips and then around your eyes because of hygiene purposes, but you can just dab on a little bit under your eyes, use your fingers to pat it on, and then put your foundation concealer on. So those are things that you can use that you already have instead of getting more products. I know that you really want to see how I use it, so I'm just going to insert a clip now to show you how I use my color correction. So that is it, guys. That is how I use my color correction. I hope you found this helpful. I'm just sharing this information with you because I know a lot of brown girls, a lot of Sri Lankan girls have problems with dark under eyes and hyperpigmentation. I personally have seen such a big difference because I just hated that ashy tone with just the concealer on, and that problem is honestly out of the picture. Now color correcting is a part of my normal routine, and it just allows me to be confident because obviously having hyperpigmentation anywhere in your body makes you a bit self-conscious, and this has been such a great product for me. And now I can just rock nude lips, sometimes lipsticks that I wouldn't have chosen because that would look weird with the hyperpigmentation around the mouth. But now, as I am showing you, you can actually do that. I just want to say, if you have really dark under eyes, it would probably be best if you have a red color corrector rather than an orange one. I will definitely put up videos if I find really good hacks, especially for Sri Lankan or brown skin, because I feel like we just need more information and there's not enough. Click on that like button if you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to have you along in this journey with me. And of course, leave a comment, tell me what you think. So until next time, be happy, be well, and I will see you very, very soon.